Goodness gracious, dude. The Zags were not messing around with this one. 101-63 victory in a top 10 matchup versus Baylor on the opening night of the season. Let's talk about it. Gonzaga's depth was really on display in this game. The Zags just have so many guys who can beat you. It starts with an elite facilitator in Ryan Nembhard. He gets to play alongside bucket getters like Khalif Battle, Nolan Hickman, Graham Ike down low. Then you have Braden Huff coming off the bench for 14 points. Ajayi, who was one of the big name transfers, turned in 9 and 8 off the bench. Dusty Stromer coming in, knocking down 3 threes, 11 points off the bench. They just have so many weapons and so many guys who can beat you. Coming into the season, we knew Gonzaga was going to be really good offensively with the pieces they had, but they locked in on defense for this one. And Baylor's a squad that I project will be one of the best offenses in the nation. Gonzaga made them look like a Division II opponent, just relentless pressure on the defensive end. And if that's the Gonzaga we're getting on a night-to-night basis, top 15, top 20 level defense, alongside the offensive firepower they possess, this is easily a national title contender. It was just thorough domination from the Zags. You look at some of the numbers behind the 38-point blowout. Gonzaga had more made three-pointers than Baylor had total assists. The Zags had more total assists than Baylor had made baskets. It was crazy. As I mentioned, Gonzaga's defense is a big reason why they won this game by 38 points, but Baylor was also just really sloppy. Super inefficient night on the whole for Scott Drew's squad. You look there, 37% from the field, 14% from three. Bottom line, the Bears just need more from their star trio. Norchad Omier had 15 and 9, but wasn't particularly efficient. VJ Edgecombe, star freshman, who I'm very high on, only had 4 points, 2 of 11 from the field. Jeremy Roach, transfer from Duke, 9, 2, and 3, 2 of 9 from the field. It's just not good enough. The lone bright spot for Baylor is probably Rob Wright. Freshman coming off the bench, had 12 points, 6 assists. Other than that, not a good night for Baylor. Obviously, giving up 101 points is a pretty good sign that something is wrong with your defense, and this is kind of a concerning trend we've seen with Baylor over the last few seasons, where most nights they get the offensive production they need to win games, even if the defense doesn't show up. In this one, the defense didn't show up, and they didn't get the offense they needed, so they just look terrible. I'm not out on Baylor because of this one game, but it's pretty clear they have some things they need to work on. I still think they'll be a really good team this year, and we'll definitely get more from VJ Edgecombe in the future. Only getting 2 buckets is disappointing, but I'm expecting a lot more from him. Although one of VJ's 2 buckets was dunking Joe Few into the core of the earth. This was crazy, bro. This was like a hate crime against walk-ons. In the most anticipated matchup of college basketball's opening night, Baylor struggled while the Zags put the country on notice. This is a national title contender.